her husband, her assistant on the same bed. She just took her phone, recorded 30 seconds of the scene, and walked away. You see this life, Sometimes the people who look perfect in the public are the ones fighting silent wars behind closed doors. If you see a couple that posts love of my life every day, just pray for them. Because sometimes what you're seeing is not love, it's a cover-up. That's how it was for Chinonso and Ifeoma. They looked perfect, young, fresh, rich, and so in love. It makes single people sigh. Chinonso was a real estate developer in Lekki, one of those men who smell like money and confidence. Ifeoma, an online fashion brand, pretty, sharp, and always classy. Together, they were a social media dream couple. Every Sunday after church, they take pictures by their car. Chinonso in white native, Ifeoma in a fine gown, and she will post, "My king forever." The comments will pop in, "God when." Power couple goals, this is what love looks like. But if those followers are seeing what went on behind that polished glass house, they will never use the word goals again. Because behind all the matching outfit and smile, something dark was going on. It started small, just distance. Chinonso got busier, always on calls, always in meetings. Ifeoma at first didn't mind. She was building a brand, hiring 2 assistants, Vera and Tonya. Tonya was young, 23, full of energy, always laughing, always saying, "Auntie Fee, you look so fine today." Ifeoma liked her. She reminded her of herself when she was younger. She treated her as a little sister, bought her new clothes, even helped her pay school fees. But that little sister became the serpent that swallowed her peace. You know, when someone starts getting too comfortable in your house, that's how Tonya became. She comes early, leaves late, sometimes even stays over during busy weeks. She knew where everything was, from the kitchen spices to Chinonso's favorite colony. At first, it looked innocent, but love triangles don't come with warning signs. One night, Ifeoma returned from a late meeting and saw something that made her stomach twist. Tonya sitting on the couch, wearing Chinonso's shirt. When she asked, "Tonya, why are you wearing my husband's shirt?" She smiled awkwardly and said, "Auntie, I spilled juice on my dress. Oga said I should wear this till it dries." The explanation was so neat, too neat. But Ifeoma's spirit didn't settle. Something told her, don't ignore this. From that day, she started observing quietly. She noticed how Tonya's laughter changed when Chinonso enters the room. How his tone softens when talking to her. How sometimes his phone rings and he steps outside to answer, whispering, "Yes, I have handled it." Handled what exactly? Still, Ifeoma didn't confront him. She was too smart for that. Instead, she started planning softly, silently. Then, one Saturday afternoon, she told her husband she would be going for a fashion seminar in Ikeja for the weekend. Chinonso kissed her cheek and said, "Drive safe, my love." But she didn't go anywhere. She checked into a hotel not far from the house, turned off her phone and waited. By evening, her neighbor Mamugo called. Madam Ifeoma, one slim girl just entered your compound. Now, no, hey. I think it's that your worker. Her heart broke. Her face stayed calm. She waited till 11 p.m., then sneaked back home. Quiet as a cat, she opened the back door, slipped off her shoes, and clicked upstairs. Lights were low, soft music played, and there, through the half-open bedroom door, she saw her husband, her assistant, on the same bed. You could almost hear her heart cracking, but she didn't shout, didn't make noise. She just took her phone, recorded 30 seconds of the scene, and walked away. That night, she didn't cry. She just stayed at the scene in her hotel room till morning, whispering, "God, give me the strength to destroy this quietly." A few days later, Ifeoma came back home acting normal. She smiled, she cooked, she asked Tonya to keep working like before. Her husband relaxed. He thought the danger had passed, but Ifeoma was planning the kind of revenge that would trend on every gossip page in Lagos. She contacted one of her influencer friend, Chichi, who ran a podcast called Women Don't Cry Anymore. Together they planned an episode, When Love Turns to Betrayal. What nobody knew was that Ifeoma was the guest behind the microphone. She told her story, every details without mentioning names, but she dropped enough heat that people can connect the dots. Lagos real estate developer, known for his flashy lifestyle, a young assistant from a fashion brand. By the next day, everyone was talking. People tagged Chinonso's company's page. Bloggers started digging. Hey, when he tried to call his wife, she didn't pick, but the real blue came 2 nights later. They were invited to a business dinner, one of those big networking events where camera flash. Ifeoma came in, stunning, green gown, calm smile, eye sharp like lead. Halfway through the dinner, One of the sponsors announced we have a surprise segment, a short video highlighting the importance of integrity in marriage and business. Guess what played? Yes, that 30-second video of Chinonso Antonia. The entire hall went dead. People gasped. Chinonso's face went pale. He tries to stand, but Ifeoma said to him, "Sit down, husband. You are on TV." The video ended. She stood up, smiled politely, and left the hall. By morning, news blogs carried it. Real estate developer exposed in viral clip. Wife walked away gracefully. Hashtag last marriage trended for 3 days. Tonya disappeared from Lagos. Chinonso's clients pulled down one by one. As for Ifeoma, she moved on, launched a new brand, wrote a book titled When Love Breaks, Don't Shatter. It sold out in 2 weeks. When the journalist asked her if she regretted the scandals, she smiled and said, "I didn't break my home, he did. I just turned the mirror towards him." You see this thing called betrayal, it never ends well. Sometimes God won't fight for you with thunder. He will send or give you the wisdom to set the table and let your enemies serve their own punishment. And that's how Ifeoma turned pain into power. The woman whose marriage looked perfect until the glass cracked. And everyone saw the truth behind the shine. So, when next you admire a couple online, just remember, glass looks strong till it breaks. Have a lovely day. Bye.